It's just like the Nazis. No matter what happens, it's just like 1933.
You have missing in there as well. 1933.
It was, no, but every time we had a protest, it was just like 1933.
Next week's flyer.
Hey.
You want to take some?
Hi. How you doing? Right. Yeah.
I'll be back.
Let's hear it for Evan! All the way from Florida to entertain your earthy asses. So in 8 minutes, be at that treehouse, and we will continue this shindig. Thank you very much.
I need some in my laundry.
The safe number of CO2.
I don't care about it.
Look at the grills. I mean, really, really hot and thirsty.
One of the things that Mike kind of taught me was, and I think taught a lot of us, was that the present isn't so damn great, that the past isn't something you just throw away. And Mike taught me really early on that the best way sometimes to talk about a contemporary situation is through some kind of archaic metaphor. Like, we would be sitting in Leshko's, me and Willie Butler and David Boyle and Michael Shenker, and we'd be talking about the next community board meeting, and then someone would change the subject and they'd start talking about Charlemagne and King Arthur and the Crusades. And somewhere between the serving of the pierogies and the fall of the Roman Empire, we'd know what we were going to do. And so I kind of wrote a eulogy to Mike in that style. And it's sort of like Mikey the Dragon Slayer. Okay. So what kind of guy kills a dragon? I don't mean a guy who has like fancy armor and looks like he's going to kill a dragon, and I don't mean a guy who talks to reporters about dragons, and I don't mean a guy who sits on the community board dragon committee, or definitely not a guy who's at the head of the city department of dragon prevention. I mean the guy who actually goes out and kills the dragon and saves the village. Does a guy kill a dragon because he wants to be famous? Well, there are lots of famous people who haven't killed any dragons. And anyways, you might not get to kill that dragon on primetime television, because that dragon might have more legal rights than you do. And it might really be a crime, a serious offense, to kill a dragon. So you might have to do that in secret, in the middle of the night. And it might be that your greatest accomplishment in life is something that only a few of your friends know about. So you don't kill a dragon to get famous. So does a guy kill a dragon because he is selfless and just wants to help other people and he doesn't want anything for himself? Unfortunately, I don't think so. Because dragons are pretty ruthless, and they're pretty smart, and they're pretty treacherous, and it takes a devious mind to understand what a devious mind is going to do. You have to sort of be a bit of a dragon yourself to kill the dragon. So you don't kill a dragon out of the goodness of your heart. So maybe a man kills a dragon because he wants to have an apartment of his own that he fixed up with his own hands, because he wants to be able to cook dinner there and entertain his friends, because he wants to be able to play his piano and to learn to play songs that other people might think are corny, but that's their problem because it's his place and he can sing anything he wants there.
Yeah!
You know? And maybe he wins those things for himself, and in the process he wins them for other people, and maybe he's enlightened enough to know he can't do that all by himself. Mike Shenker is the greatest man I have ever known personally.
To Michael!
Michael!
I mean, I never got to march with Martin Luther King, or fight the Nazis with Tito's partisans, or storm Harper's Ferry with John Brown, but I got to work on organizing the eviction watch with Michael Shenker. And we all got to work with Shenker, and that was a huge honor for all of us. My broad range of interests. He could focus very narrowly on what he wanted to do and maintain that focus for years. Whether we were trying to defend the gardens, or the homeless in the parks, or whether we were going to Washington, D.C., or we were going up to Harlem, at every meeting he would eventually raise the question, how is this going to affect our chance of getting the buildings? I remember once Mike said to me, he told me, you know how people get to sleep by counting sheep? Well, I count politicians, and I count community board members, and I count cops, and I try to recite their names in the order in which we'd have to kill them to get the buildings. And he said, and you know, I've been getting to sleep this way for years. So Mike Shenker killed the dragon, and he saved the village, or at least part of it, and he won the castle. And some people might have disagreed with some of Mike's political decisions, and some of us might have disagreed with some decisions he made about his own health. But that's the point. Mike never let anyone make his decisions for him. Mike was a free man. And that's about the best you can get.